beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for December 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your monthly reading for December regarding your career, of course. I will be doing a more detailed monthly reading regarding other areas of your life in the next day or so, so look out for that. But let's see what is happening for you. I can't believe we're already in December, well, we will be shortly, and how did the year go so quickly? But anyway, you should still feel that influence from your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, whether they're business partnerships or love relationships. You may be focusing on those areas, but as this is a career reading, you may be looking at your relationships with those that you work with, who really helps you, who's got your back, who supports you in your family, who really believes in your dreams and your goals, and who tries to sabotage. You may be looking at areas where there is competition, and what you bring to the table, what's special about you and how you interact with your career and how you deal with competition or how you deal with areas of cooperation as well. If someone does you a good turn, you're always there to help them and give them a good turn also. But you tend to be someone who really helps other people out, and with little recompense. People may sometimes take advantage of your kindness when it comes to you helping out at work, for example. You may help people with their projects, because I'm getting that energy in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. I'm just getting this energy of you always being there to help others with their projects or their stuff, shall we say. And when it comes round to you needing something, perhaps you are feeling a little bit isolated, or you feel that they are not really reciprocating the energy and helping you out as well. So you may be looking at those areas and phasing people out who really do not believe in you, or you feel in some way are jealous of the skills and talents that you've got. So you may also think about going for some sort of either promotion, raise, something in the competitive arena, because the 7th house is all about competition. Now, looking at your reading so far, I can see you're trying to time something. I feel this, it's like you've given yourself a certain length of time to do something. Yeah, look, even the Wheel of Fortune is showing up, and it's not the time right now. You're trying to time something. Either you're trying to time a new project, or you're trying to time a move. I mean, you will be moving forward. There are changes for you, but I see that you've been feeling a little bit isolated, or you've been feeling a little bit like lost recently, asking bigger questions, perhaps big philosophical questions about your journey in your career. So, I mean, whoa, okay. So this is, I mean, this is very positive. The outcome is very, very positive, is what I can see here for you. But let's get to it. There's quite a lot of cards there. Yeah, you're timing something. You're waiting for something. You're waiting for some sort of change. I see you're trying to level up financially, and that is going to happen for you. But the first card we got is the clouds. And clouds are ever changing. They're forward moving, but they dissolve. You may see like a picture in a cloud, and then suddenly it's moved, or you can see the clouds are moving fast or slow. But the clouds in the Lenormand deck typically indicate some level of confusion or feeling unclear or a little bit negative. You may be feeling a little bit like lost in your career right now, or you're having hesitation about something. I get that you're there's some sort of divine timing. There's some sort of, you're trying to time a move, or you're trying to time a project, or maybe you've even given yourself, like, I give myself 3 years in this job and then I'm changing, or I'm going to give myself a couple of months in this and then I'm going to make some sort of it's not that you're ending it. I feel like you're actually restructuring. That's the word I want. Restructuring. So it says here, doubt, hesitation, confusion, unclear, dark thoughts, negativity, hidden. So because we've got, this is your protagonist energy, I feel like you're trying to time something, you're keeping it to yourself. Perhaps you've been a bit stressed recently regarding work and you've lost motivation, you've lost your drive. I feel like, I mean, the Gemini card right here of the Lovers is in the resistance position. So you may feel you once loved what you're doing, but your heart's not in it. And you may be trying to time a leave, or you're trying to put the feelers out because you put a lot of effort into your career. And you may feel like financially, you're not getting what you truly deserve. Maybe you feel that other people are on higher salaries than you, and you're doing the same work. There's just this energy of you moving forward. So you may hear news in the next, in December actually. I feel like you're in the next 4 to 5 weeks, there's some sort of physical news coming on in for you that allows you to make those changes. So right now you're starting off as feeling like a little bit uncertain or unclear about the direction you're heading in, and Mars is retrograding, okay, which means, you know, we all get a chance to step back and regroup and reassess where we're going, because Mars is, when it's direct, it means we're forging a way forward, we're being bold, we're making big strides towards something that we truly desire. And of course, we're in Sagittarius season, which is all about, being in a cycle of being influenced to broaden our horizons. But because Mars is retrograde right now, excuse me, you know, you'll be sitting back and really thinking about your career as, you know, your calling. Are you really on the right path? And if you're not feeling right in it, or you're feeling a little bit unstretched or unmotivated or even unfulfilled, now is the time to make those changes before we move into the new year. Now you got the Cosmos card. So this is, I mean, I get this energy from this card alone that you're trying to time something. And the Cosmos is about, of course, everything coming together, your hopes, your wishes, the path you want to take, the window of opportunity arising for you. And I feel December is actually that window of opportunity. Okay, I really feel that you're timing some sort of either new project, or you're putting the feelers out with your resume to try and get a new opportunity, or perhaps you're even trying to set up on your own, become an entrepreneur, because we've got the Hermit card here, and that is about going solo, perhaps being independent, working from home. Now, of course, Gemini, you are heavily connected because you're an air sign, you're heavily connected to the internet. So it can be that you're trying to find a way to have a side hustle or a second stream of income there that is connected to the internet in some way, whether it is about using your talents, your gifts, because you are very gifted. The Page of Wands indicates you are very passionate about what you do, but you may have just lost that loving feeling for it at the moment. You may have just felt really unmotivated. But the Page of Wands indicates that there is some sort of news coming your way that sparks your attention. It's really interesting. It could be a job opportunity in the creative field, or it could be that you've got an idea about using your creative talents to set up this second stream of income. With the Page of Wands, this is a card of, you know, trying to make a bold move in your life, and you're not really sure if it's the right move. You may feel it's risky. You may feel that there is a window of opportunity that you have to take before it wouldn't work for you. But I see it working really well, and I see it financially bringing in a lot of reward, okay? Page of Wands is about taking the initiative. It's about, you know, holding true to your vision, but it's mostly about finding your purpose, okay? Because you may be, for example, and we all do it, we all have a job that we take because we need to pay the bills. It may not be the job of our dreams, but we take it because it's something we can do, we can apply our skills to it, we can learn more to implement those skills into perhaps something we really want to do. And it's an opportunity to pay the bills whilst at the same time wait for the right moment to activate or be ready to launch our own business, or to actually, you know, do something that we really love doing. So I feel like you've been biding your time perhaps recently and thinking about doing something else. Page of Wands also is like eager to act on something, but you feel like it's not the right time. Okay, I just feel like you're timing something here. I would say here that you are finding your purpose. You're on the right path. Even though you may feel a little bit unclear, listen to your intuition, because it's guiding you, it's telling you. You put so much effort into everything that you do. You deserve the fair recompense with more finances, more financially rewarding opportunities. And you may feel that it's not happened for you right now. You may feel like that you put a lot of effort in, but you have to be realistic. I feel like you're being realistic about your goals, your dreams, your bills. And I feel like these changes that you make may be difficult, or may feel that they may feel risky, because you've got the dice, which is all about risk. Okay, but I see reward. 8 of Wands is like really great news, a chance to transform your life. I feel like it's life-changing. You got Queen of Pentacles here, which means, you know, having enough more money in order to live a life of luxury, be really conservative with your finances and save more. So I really feel, I mean, you've got Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. You've also got the Lovers card here. So some of you may even be thinking about business partnerships, especially because your 7th house is activated. So I see the influence in your cards. You may be thinking about setting up a business with your friend or with a family member, or even you're thinking about, you know, attracting, because the Lovers card is the law of attraction, basically. What your heart desires, setting out a frequency and a desire to the universe, and the universe matching that frequency and saying, your wish is my command, and sending you what you truly desire. But with the Page of Wands, you're someone who's very creative. You are a natural achiever. You're a natural born leader as well, because you've got the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to the King of Pentacles. So I feel some of you may actually take on a new project, and you may have been feeling a little bit like low motivation, or even thinking about leaving a workspace, and suddenly the workspace gives you a project that really excites you, and you can get your teeth into it, and they then give you a promotion, or they give you an offer that's too good to be missed out on, so you decide not to leave. But if that does not happen, I feel like you are moving, you're making changes, and you're heading on. So some of you may even have already put your feelers out for a new job opportunity, your resume, or even contacted an agency, because they're showing me the word agency. Maybe some of you are setting up your own agency. I'm not really sure what that means for you, and that's not going to resonate for everyone. But I feel you're going to hear some news, really good feedback, where you hit the jackpot, you got the job. Okay, now we've also got Snowflake here. Okay, and if you think about this, there's two energies I'm getting with Snowflake. The first one, again, is, you know, a window of opportunity. When a snowflake lands on a cold surface, you know, it's so beautiful, so unique, but it dissolves. It kind of, just like clouds, they kind of like dissolve, you know. So I feel like it's this energy about you where you feel like, I want to do it now, or you've given yourself a time frame to do something. But it says here, different, unique, fragile, clarity, impermanence, individuality, complexity. So now, either something is really time sensitive in your life, or you've been working really hard towards something and it's not been working out for you. It's been difficult, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to give it 5 more months, or I'm going to give it 3 months, or I'm going to give it to the end of the year. Whatever it is, I feel like you're going to be surprised that this window of opportunity suddenly opens for you, and everything you've been working hard towards happens for you. Okay, you have to remember, because I feel like you doubt your skills. They want you to know how talented you are, how gifted you are, and that you've got everything you need to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. But sometimes, because the snowflake is in the resistance position, you doubt your skills. You feel like, you know, amongst competition, your guides want you to be aware that you stand out from the crowd. You have a unique set of skills that makes you special and puts you apart from everybody else. And they want you to be aware of that. That's what the 7 of Wands tells you as well. You know, all those wands are competition. There's other people vying for opportunities that you are about to receive. but you stand above all the rest. And you have to realize that, because your guides are indicating that sometimes you talk yourself out of a situation due to doubt, or you don't believe in yourself. And your guides really want you to know there is something special about you. You're not just a flash in the pan. You're someone who has come with a lot of ideas. You're very unique. You're very original. And they want you to come home to yourself. Take a standstill. This is even winter timing. That's December. Okay, we're winter timing. I mean, winter is going to be like into January, February time as well. But I feel there is some sort of really good news that is a turnaround for you in the month of December. Now, the Lover's card in this position again indicates either leaving a situation, separating, and going to something that is more fulfilling with your heart, something that really aligns with your true desires. Excuse me. The Lover's card it's all about choice, okay? And it indicates that you're not making that choice right now because you feel that there is a time frame involved here with this. And I feel like you will use your intuition and you will find the right moment to make that change. You will time it right. They want you to be aware of that, because we've got the dice here and it's like, there's a mountain, it feels like it's difficult, and then suddenly you're going for it. So I feel like you will time it really well. And I feel like you hit the ground running there as well. Okay, Wheel of Fortune is again cycles of change. I feel like you're looking at all the possibilities that are available to you, but it's turned up in the resistance position. So it may feel like now is not the right time. And also you feel like perhaps things are out of your control at this moment and you're feeling a little bit stuck in a rut. You may, you're trying to plan something. You're at the beginning of something. Some of you may have even just started a new job and be like, okay, I thought it was a certain amount of money, but obviously I have to work my way up through the ranks. Whenever we start a new job, for example, we start at a certain salary, and it may be lower than our last salary. It doesn't have to be, but it may be a certain salary, and you work your way up, okay? I see you working your way up through the ranks. Even if you work for yourself, or you're becoming an independent contractor, or you are becoming an entrepreneur, or you're being freelance, I see you and your finances escalating as you move through and mature in your career. And I feel you are finding your purpose. You are finding your destiny, because this card, all these cards in the resistance position, they turn it into the upright by the end of the month, which means you're in a cycle of good luck. Jupiter is direct, so you are going to get a better opportunity to expand your business and feel like you're in control of your decisions and being able to command more finances. Some of you may decide to leave a place in order to get more money. Okay, maybe you don't want to perhaps leave that place because there's a familiarity about it and you're really good at what you do, but at the same time you have to be thinking about yourself, your bills, your family, and responsibilities. This is a card of responsibility. So it's in the resistance position. When you get it in the reverse, it means something's not quite working, or it's not quite what you're hoping for financially. You may have a lot of bills that you're paying out, and everyone's trying to make their way through very difficult times economically. So I feel like you're thinking, you're being more clever about your finances. You're cutting back in areas where you feel are not necessary, or excess purchases. I feel like you're actually, making really great decisions when it comes to finances. But remember, by the end of the month, the King of Pentacles is in the upright, which means, your enterprising ability is bang on point, and you are attracting either a leadership role, a role of responsibility, or something different that brings more money. When you get the King of Pentacles, this is about being able to save a little bit more money as well, making better financial decisions for yourself. Could also be a card of being an entrepreneur, setting up on your own, leadership, taking the initiative to become a business person where you are a force to be reckoned with. So I really get this energy of you having so much potential, because the Page of Wands is like how much potential you've got. You've got so much. You're so talented, so gifted. You just need to believe in yourself and then hit the ground running. And of course, the King of Pentacles is ultimate success, along with the Emperor. So it's. I also feel like you are looking at. Now, I will say this. This is one thing that's coming through. I gotta be honest with you, my beautiful Gemini, okay? So I feel like if you're seeking something other, more exciting, I feel like you're definitely headed in that direction to fulfill yourself and find your purpose. And even if it's setting up your own business, it's going to be exciting, okay? But you're going to notice that it is hard work. The King of Pentacles is someone who, you know, is very practical, has a lot of administrative tasks to do, has a lot of, you know, yeah, trade to do. So whether you're working for yourself or whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're working in a company, I feel like at first it seems really exciting and new, but then once it gets to second nature, I feel because you are a sign that needs to be inspired and you need to find things interesting and feel like you're achieving, otherwise you get really bored easily. I feel like you will find that whilst the money is nice, you may actually realize that it's a lot more work, and whilst that's also brilliant, it keeps your mind active, it can get a little bit like repetitive, okay? So whatever it is you're going into, know that it also can be a little bit repetitive, okay? So I'm just going to put that there for you. But I feel like you're finding your purpose. So for example, they're just saying example, example, example. My guides are just saying example. Okay, I've just touched the cards and they're giving me a song. One moment, please. That's interesting because they haven't really been giving me songs in these career readings, which I was like, oh, it's unusual. Normally I get a song. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley deep enough to keep me from you. Ooh. Okay, now that's a love song, okay, I think. Very famous song. But I am actually touching the mountain card, so it's probably because of that. So maybe this is about you. No difficulty or no challenge is going to keep you from your goal, because I feel like the song's lyrics are the most important rather than, I mean, I've always imagined that that song is a love song, right? But because I'm holding the mountain card, that's the song they're giving me. So, I mean, this could be an indication that any challenge that gets in your way, you're going to smash it right out of the park. You're going to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. You will know when the right time is to move and be bold. And also, it could be a song that you'll hear in the next 4 to 5 weeks on the radio or in a store, on the tannoy, or even in your shuffle play, if it just by accident just pops up. It is an indication that you are going to move, make a transformation in your career, and be very successful. It could even be that, you know, you stay in your working environment and you're given a wonderful promotion or something like that. I would say if you're expecting a bonus, my beautiful Gemini, what I'm seeing here is that you may be expecting a bonus. I feel like it's more than you expect, but it's less than you deserve, if that makes sense. Okay, so you're expecting a certain amount, perhaps if you know that your company gives bonuses. So you're expecting a certain amount. They give you a little bit more than you expect, but my guides are giving me, you deserve more. So that's what they're showing me. So it's not as much as you deserve. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that there. Outcome, we've got obstacles, the mountain. Okay, now the mountain, as you can see, this figure here, beautiful figure, is holding a fire. So you may be raring to go, really passionate, ready to go on something, but it's all about timing. So it says obstacles, delays, resistance, struggles, difficult blockages, stalled, opposition. So I feel that whatever it is you're doing, yes, there is a lot of competition, but remember, your guides want you to be aware you're above the competition. Okay, we've also got dice, gamble, risk, playing, game playing, unlimited, boldness, playing with fate. And you've got fate on your side. You've got the Wheel of Fortune here. But I feel destiny will intervene and make you aware when the right time is. So I would say if you rush in too quickly, I feel, you know, you may miss something and it may cause a little bit more difficulty, because you've got the Three of Swords here, which is a card of difficulty. And you've got the card of the Hermit, which is, you know, to pause, take a step back, don't rush in. Okay, really go inwards for answers. Really think about this when you feel it's the right time. Otherwise, you will find it difficult. You're reaching for something better, and sometimes I would also say if you go too slowly, I don't feel like you will miss this opportunity. There's no way you will miss this opportunity. But every card, even the Hangman here, is saying just, wait for the right time. Now, the Hermit is someone who's very intelligent, someone who is very weary, though, with the way things are going. So you're feeling a little bit exhausted. It's time to step back, pause, regroup your energy before you make a move in any direction. Most of the year, you'll be looking back on what has happened, and you will be taking stock, reassessing, and I really feel like you're ready for new. You're ready for the new year. December seems to all be about slowing down for you and really sort of thinking about the way ahead. You're excited and eager to get going on something, but it may not happen until maybe the new year, or it may have just happened, but it doesn't really get going until the new year. The Hermit is a deep reflective period where you go inwards for answers, and it's also a card to remind you that perhaps if you're setting up your own business, it may be more lucrative to do it after the holiday season, because people will be away, people will have already spent their money. If you have a product to sell, for example, it may be better like when it's like New Year for the sales. It's like, be clever about timing. Okay, if you're launching something, for example, okay, I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's just come out. And I never really think about that. But the Hermit card is also a card of, hunker down until such time as any difficulty or negativity passes. So if you're working in an environment where there's a lot of toxic energy, or you feel people are not gelling, everybody's bickering, there's office politics, I feel that's you taking a step back, removing yourself from any gossip, and really finding ways to inspire yourself within your working environment in order to elevate or make some changes or move. Because I actually just see you moving and getting really good news, or transforming the way that you work. So even if you are staying where you're at, you're transforming the way you approach your work and bringing more excitement in it. And I see that people in positions higher up are actually acknowledging and seeing your work and want to elevate you, okay? But I'm getting a strong sense of you partnering up with somebody as well. Death card symbols change, so new doors opening to you and closing the doors to the past. I really feel, because this is the end of the year, this is the end of December, this is the Death card. This is like you shutting the door to 2022 and like, bye, never want to see you again. I really feel like you're really excited to start the new year and see what exciting things are in store for you. The Death card is also about something big is ending for you. Okay, it could be the change of a job or career. I mean, you could have a total revamp, total 360 of your career, where you go, you know what, actually, I've been working in accounts for all my life, and I'm actually a really good painter. Maybe I should just start up my painting business, or maybe I should, become an entrepreneur and, go traveling and do travel blogs, or whatever it is. It's about finding your purpose and finding your calling. And I feel like you're ending something in your world because you're just done. I feel like you're just fed up with not being appreciated, not reaching your full potential in this area. You may have even felt that there's been a lot of work, a lot of paperwork, a lot of everything, and you feel like you're doing it on your own. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you may be like, you know what? It's excellent to work for yourself, but you've gone from like a 9 to 5 to a 24/7 because it's your own business and you want to keep it afloat and you want to keep, expanding. So it means more work for you. So whilst you enjoy and love what you have created, you may also feel very alone in having to do all the tasks by yourself. So you may think about outsourcing some areas of your day-to-day business in order to get help. So you may be looking at companies or brands or people that you can outsource certain aspects of your career to, so that it makes it easier for you and you get to enjoy yourself as well as having, your own business. So, because I feel like there's been an energy here of Three of Swords is like difficulty. Okay. Now it could be that some of you may have been going through a separation in your private life. Perhaps you've been going through a divorce or a separation, and a lot of your thoughts have been distracting you, and you're trying to find a distraction in work to not think about the separation, but it actually is merging, it's blending, it's influencing each other. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Gemini. If you've been going through some sort of emotional difficulty, it could also be that you've gone through a bereavement and you're trying to really find solace in working, or trying to like take your mind off things. And so I'm sending you huge hugs, huge love there, okay? I would also say I'm picking up this energy of if you've been going through some sort of conflict within your working environment, whether it's someone who does not believe in your dreams or your goals, your aspirations, or whether it is someone you work with who is showing no support or is pushing your buttons or trying to single you out in some way, I would say Three of Swords. Swords are all about communication, okay? And when you get the Three of Swords, this can be, you know, swords can be used, well, words can be used as a weapon, okay? So it can mean that people are having difficult conversations and hurting each other with their words. So if you are working in an environment like that, my beautiful Gemini, I would say it is definitely time for you to think about leaving that area, because we spend so much time within the working environment that if you're not happy, that's chipping away at your soul. It's time to liberate yourself from that, okay? Three of Swords can also be a miscommunication at the bottom of it. Okay, so it's time to untangle the confusion, deal with the task at hand, and, you know, find a way to open-heartedly communicate and find if there is a resolution. Okay, so, but I actually see you making major changes. That I would say, this is how I feel this energy is like, don't take major risks with your career. Okay, it's all about the timing, because if you take a risk, like suddenly just cutting everything off, or suddenly just doing something and, you know, leaving a job without another job to go to, you may find it difficult. It doesn't mean it's not going to work for you, but I'm seeing that you may find it difficult if you suddenly decide to do that. Okay, so that's, I mean, there is good news. There is more progress for you by changing the way that you are working, for sure. But I would say if you do anything risky, it could make things a little bit more difficult for you, okay? And nobody likes things to be more difficult unless they're challenging in a positive way, where you can feel like excited about something, enthusiastic about something. Eight of Wands is a card of energy moving fast, okay? And I feel like be organized, be ready for the pace. I feel like your future self will actually thank you for the decisions and changes that you're making in this moment. The Eight of Wands also is a card of things coming to a climax. So it's like, you know what I see? It's almost like, well, what they're showing me in the water right now, I can't believe they're showing me this. This has come up before in a reading, but it's like, oh gosh, what says? It's like Braveheart, okay? If you've seen the film Braveheart, and they're all on the battle line, and is it Mel Gibson? I think it is. I'm probably wrong, but it looks like him. So he's shouting, hold, 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 and then they all go and do battle. I mean, I've got true chills. I'm so glad that I don't live in those times, because, you know, to live in those times where they did battle like that is just so awful. I mean, I know there's so much battling that goes on around the world now as well, still, and I wish one day that the human consciousness would rise above that and we could all live in some sort of peace. But, you know, when I see images like that, I feel like, oh, I'm actually really glad that I did not live in those times. But anyway, I mean, maybe it's because of the Eight of Wands, because if you think about it, they all had their swords out, or their, you know, and they were all holding. So I feel like you, again, it's about timing. It's like holding your nerve until the right time, when you feel like it's now time to leave. So again, for example, if you work for a company and you're really fed up with the way things are going, and it's coming into December, and you found a wonderful opportunity to leave your company or the company that you work for, but it's bonus time within your company. You're going to be very clever. You're going to be, even if you're like, you know what, I just want to give him my notice right now. You're going to wait until the right time, collect your bonus because you worked really hard for it, and then be like, thank you very much and goodbye now. So it's all about timing, whatever this is for you, okay? Now we've got the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is, of course, being above the competition. It's about feeling stressed, difficulty, whatever it is you're going for, it is going to be difficult. I can see that. You got a Three of Swords there and your Seven of Wands, but it does mean keep going, no matter how difficult it gets, because there is an obstacle or a delay here for you, okay? And Gemini, nobody likes delays, but when we are asked to pause or delay, it's because there is a reason. The universe says there is a reason for that pause. Find purpose and patience in that. So it gives you an opportunity to rethink. It gives you an opportunity to see things that perhaps you wouldn't have seen if you went really quickly. It gives you an opportunity to really reflect. So the Seven of Wands is, you are persevering, you're going the distance, you're not conforming, you're engaging in sustained effort, you're moving forward, and you are unstoppable, okay? But you may come up against some sort of delay, which you will find an inspired solution to, okay? You're the sort of person who lives life on your own terms. So I get this energy of you perhaps setting up a second stream of income, side hustle, because the Lover's card can be about partnerships, or it can be about duality, two streams of income, putting your attention into two places. And whilst it may make you feel a little bit stressed, it's about managing your time, okay? The Death card can be about, really restructuring so that you are more time efficient. The King of Pentacles is about creating some sort of schedule that really works and is efficient for you. Now we've also got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is being resourceful, conservative with your finances, but it's also about nurturing your dream, being the gardener of, and the architect, I guess, of your dreams and goals, and making them a reality, okay? You're committed. You've come this far. They give me this energy. You haven't come this far to only get this far, okay? So I feel like you are clearly moving towards accomplishing your goals, and you're doing all you can to meet the challenges head on and work them out. This is a card of finding opportunity and also finding people who can help you in your endeavors as well, okay? Often called the Queen of Abundance, male or female, not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy, but I feel like you are attracting more money. Okay, this is a card of wealth. It's a card of comfort. A lot of you may be thinking about using this money in order to buy a new home, or even redecorate, or protect the finances that you've made already, and use it to help the family or your friends, that sort of thing. So I feel like you are actually conserving the finances. So any extra that comes in, I feel like you're being really savvy. Now, of course, we've got a King and Queen of Pentacles here. So some of you may be thinking about setting up a business with your spouse or your partner or someone that you know, that you trust. This is someone that you trust, okay? So some of you may be setting up this business with that person. I would say it's going to be very, very lucrative. I would say make sure you got a contract in place, of course, because even when you care deeply about each other, it's always good to have a contract, even with friends, because it just means that everybody knows where they stand, right? And there's no confusion. But the Hangman indicates waiting and new perspective, okay? So it's like, don't rush in. There's going to be some really great news that allows you to transform, and things are going to get quicker. They're going to start, once you get the ball in motion. So for example, if you're setting up your own company and you're starting to trade, things are going to snowball. You're going to get more trade. You're going to get more traction. You're going to get more attention. And I feel like the Hangman is like, hold off until the right moment. I mean, everything, look, Three of Wands, hold off to the right moment. So Three of Wands is whatever it is that you are anticipating, expecting, you're waiting for patiently. Okay, it's like hold off for the news that you're waiting for. You're trying to design something, or you're trying to plan something, and the Three of Wands indicates that there are opportunities on the horizon. You're on the right path towards success. This is also about you aligning yourself with your true desire. Okay, so I feel like you are in the flow of aligning yourself with your true purpose, and it's going to work out for you. It may seem risky, it may seem daunting, it may seem like it's going to be a struggle, but it pays off really well. Okay, and you've got the Death card again. So these two cards at the end indicate change, transformation. You're welcoming in the new year with really great news and really great prospects, okay, for a lot of expansion and potential as we move into the new year. So I'm really excited for you and the direction you're headed in. So remain positive. Remember your strengths. Okay, we've all got weaknesses. You know, we can sit there all day long and think about the things that we don't have and all our weaknesses, but that's not going to help our situation. You know, what's most important is you think about all the areas where you are special. Think about all the things that you feel connected to that other people just don't feel. Other people don't have the talents you've got. You are unique, okay? You are different, and you bring something different to the table. Think about those strengths, and that will help you move higher up to the career ladder. And of course, we've got Lion, higher calling. Okay, so it's definitely here about you finding your purpose, your calling. It says, you have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and for your tribe. So again, I get this energy of you working with people. Okay, so this could be that you're working in a community sense. You're finding your calling, helping others, or it could be that you are setting up a business with somebody else. Even if it's a second stream of income, a side hustle, where both of you sort of do this in order to bring in more finances and help each other rise. So I definitely get this energy of everything is coming in together, but it is a window of opportunity. And I feel December into January is that, okay? So I'm just gonna get a trinket before we close. Oh my gosh. Now, number one, I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets, but as soon as I put my hand in the bowl, and I can't prove it, okay, so I'm just going to tell you, but I can't prove it, so you can't really take it as proof either. But as soon as I put my hand in the bowl, the sentence, reclaim your majesty, as soon as I went like that, and I've got the crown. Okay, now I close my eyes, but of course you can't see them, so you do have to believe me on that. I actually envisaged, there's another crown in there, I actually envisaged another crown, not this one as it happened, but this one came out, okay? And if you know, these nails, I mean, I was given a gift, a very lovely. I was given a gift for my birthday of a manicure, okay, and these are wonderful, but you can't pick nothing up with these things, so I couldn't like pick something up and feel what it might be for the life of me. But you got the crown. Remember that. Okay? Remember your majesty. Remember what's important about you. Remember what, you know, is different about you. Also, the crown is the crown chakra. To know. I know I am successful. I know I am great at what I do. I know I bring a lot to the table. I know that everything is slotting into place, and I will know the divine timing. I will know the right time. The Hermit is all about using that intuition, that instinct. You're reaching for something special. Okay? I mean, this Hermit is reaching for the star in the card and also the snowflake. You're trying to do something different. So some of you may be even doing something different that you or your family have never done before. It doesn't have to be a career. It could also be that you're going to college to learn something, or you're, you know, doing something really different. But you got this, whatever that is, okay? So it's going to be different for everyone. I'm just going to put it on the Lion higher calling for you. I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message, or lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.